Right, ledgers, can everybody hear me? Let me know if the audio is clear. Can you guys see the chart? Like the video if you can. Share the video, please. Hope you all had a good weekend. This market's really taking away my sleep. Someone asking me why. I have my strategy. Well, I have different strategies, but my aggressive strategy for more conditions like this, they work well around 3-4 times a year cycles. So I milk it hard in these ones, and I take it easy on the rest. So January usually, April, May, August, September, and sometimes maybe November, sometimes December. It changes, so it keeps me up. So I'm gonna do it quick, get straight to the point, and get catch up on sleep. And then I'm gonna do. But I think I'm gonna try to do 2 extra streams this week. One FX1 and one after what's it called, CPI. So I'm a bit tired. This market is fucking. It's been a brilliant market, but really eats away. But we can't choose when the market moves. Okay, so. Before we start, I want to say thanks to our sponsors, Prime XBT, for making this happen. This Bitcoin Villages stream is sponsored by them, so I've been using it for well, they've been my sponsors for a while, so I use them for both FX and crypto. So if you like the stream and you find value, then sign up with the link, and that will tell Prime that you guys are. Sorry, I was reading the comments. That you guys like the stream and they'll continue it. And nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. Seek the help of a professional before you embark with your capital. Alright, 1 second, I'm just going to get a drink and then we'll get stuck straight in. Pure setups only. What I said from last time is more or less the same because we're still in a range. So I'm not going to faff about. I think I'll do a more detailed one once after CPI, if there's any different, but that's what I'm waiting for mainly. So give me a minute, I'm gonna go get a drink. Right, I'm back. So, just quick audio visual check. If you're gonna call me and tell me to unblock you, you ask me to block you on here as well. Thanks for popping in and letting me know, idiots. Okay, so is it clear? Yes, I am tired. Markets get me up, but these conditions they do. This is where I milk it hard. And then I take it easy and catch up later. But it's only 3-4 times a year I do this. Like January, last year January, where I took the 10k to a million, do similar conditions. So let's see. So let's start. We start with Bitcoin first, okay? So we'll do an overall roundup. We've come to the main area from last review. So if you watch the last review, alright XO, how's it going? If you come to the last review, if you remember, this was our main target and I said be cautious here. I took one stop out here. I had a few day trades, but I said this is more or less the range high and we were targeting here. Now I said at this point I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so either it could bounce up, it could break below, but the main target was hit. Now if it's gonna do a bounce, it doesn't mean the low is in, but it could be like this. Or it could do reclaim and run these highs again. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm leaning lower, but that's based on my view, but I really don't know at this point. I don't know because of what I'm seeing in ES And what I'm seeing in dollar index, I really unsure. So what I've done is the trades I posted, I've taken most of the profits, and I'm gonna probably wait till after CPI or day trade in between. So what are my plans? So basic view is we've got this range, and I'm gonna zoom in a bit. We've got this range here, okay, and this is the midpoint. So we're just still operating here. We're going to do basic PA, just using SR levels, then we're going to zoom in. So with this setup, if it's going to go lower, if you remember, what we need is a break below the mid-range. So if it breaks below the mid-range and holds, then I'm going to short it, target 1, and then target 2 region. I mean, I'm going to go for targets before that, but hang on. Target 1, target 2, and then possibly target 3 here. But ignore the target 3, we'll go into more detail. The main target's going to be here. So what could happen is the main target's here because it could take out the stops. If it deviates and reclaims, then that's probably at the low end, at least towards here. And then we'll see if it reclaims above here, then we go there. So all I'm doing now is playing it level to level. Mike, is it too high? Sorry. What about now? Is it better? So don't worry about too much about the entry triggers. I'm just going over the basic blueprint before we go in. Okay? Sorry, is my volume okay now? I don't know how to set the... I need to get Naz to sort this out. Is it fine now? If it's too loud, just put your mic down. Is it better now? I do apologize. I don't know. I'm shit at these tech stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on. So that's the basic plan. So we're going to break this down in more detail. So that's the first chart. Second chart is I posted... No, not this one. Well, this was one of them. If you remember the entry trigger here. Okay. Trigger, target 1, 2, and we'll see what happens from here. There was also, before I continue, the reason why I post different scenarios is because each chart has its own merit. Okay. One chart, sometimes one range looks clearer, other times the other. So if you recall, I said deviate. Once it gets back below, that was the range, the 2 green lines. Trigger, target 1, target 2. Bounce back up. Another trigger, target 1, target 2. And then it rolled over and hit the main target. So, what do we do now? So we go over to the next chart, which I want to show, is this one here. The January range. Okay? I'm not really buzzy, I'm just tired, that's all. I've had a Red Bull. And I'm going to go straight to sleep after this and just wait for CPI. So, what do we do here is the question. I still believe, so what I've done here is marked out January's high, January's low, and January's mid-range. Okay? So I still think it comes here, but the main stops have been taken for me personally. So at this point, leading into a big news event, there's no reason why we can't do something like this or straight down. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. After the news, I react to the market. But what we'll do is work with what we've got, play the short-term levels, and then once the news comes, we'll deal with that then. So what do I do with this chart? Actually, there's two charts here, isn't it? Let's just use this one. Oh, what's the difference? No, yes, that's Ethereum. Sorry, that was Ethereum. I've got them the exact same colors. Sorry, my bad. So same thing here. Okay, so it was January's high, I was capping it. Once it got back below there, trigger, target. I already posted most of this on Twitter anyway, while I was away. Okay, so what do we do here is the question. I still believe we come towards the mid-range. Usually the mid-range is a good target for price. Okay, however, this could still go up from here. And the reason for that was this key level I mentioned down here. And after that, we'll see. So, because that's a key level, what's our trigger plans? So the trigger plan is, and what's putting me off, or what's making me be more cautious is what ES is doing now. Because it's heading into a news event, maybe it's just doing its own thing. Okay, often that does happen. So I'm not paying too much attention. Like I said, I'm keeping it light until after CPI. So this is the main chart we're going to be working with. Yes, get the likes up please, share the video. Let's look at it in a simple way first. If I can do it like this, then it'll be easy to see it. So on a clean chart, I'm going to mark out this as current previous range high, turn range low. And we'll mark what is around here. And then after that, we've obviously got, let's just go with this, okay? So, we're going to deal within this. Don't waste money trading, buy the bottom. This is for traders, not for fucking idiots like you, man. Get the fuck out of here. Just because you can't trade, huddle is the easy way. You attention-seeking whore. Okay, so that's that. So you have to just put him in place. Don't blame him. I just didn't give his mom child support, and he's taking it out now. He just found out obviously his dad, but these things happen. It's not his fault. So let's continue now. One second. Actually, we can go use this chart as well. This is for the more day traders. So I'll go over this scalp strategy. Yeah, I've got rid of him. Don't worry. So let's start with this chart. So this shows more of a swing ranges for me. Okay. So what is the trigger plan for here? So the trigger plan for here is I'll get rid of this. This was my yesterday's plan. They hit targets more or less. I get rid of this. Okay. So what we got here is these range levels here. And these are just telling me what they're going to do both sides of the market. I mean, short term. Because I don't know, now that it's hit my main target, I don't know what's going to happen. So if I want to trade, I'll keep it light until after the news. Okay? So we'll go with the swing plans as well. Let's just cover the short term plays first. So I still believe we come towards here. Okay? So we're operating within this. And then obviously the top one. Now, to short, market needs to stay below here. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for, I mean, do they nuke it below before or after? I know I will. 1 second. No, I just need to sleep. My immune system goes down when I don't sleep. And I've got fucking immune system issues. So as long as you understand me, that's all that matters. Okay? So bear with me. So for those that keep asking, no, I'm not doing coke. I just have I take immunosuppressants and I fuck with my immune system. That's all. So you can relax them. I just joke about it with Jim and them guys. Okay, so scenario one is the extreme end scenario. Okay, so short term, where the stop's resting, this is our range from, I'll say this is our range low, and that's our range high. So what we'll do is, if it runs up, key resistance area, however long or high it goes, I don't care. And then if it comes back below, same as here, deviation, trigger, target 1, target 2, target 3. Ah, fuck's sakes. I ruined it, didn't I? I should have done this. Hang on, my bad. Yeah, there. That's better. Start again. This is our range low. And I'm just going straight point. It's more mechanical. My system is just straight up. It tells me what to do. We've got our range identified. We know what the context is. We either wait or just play it short term and wait for the triggers. Exact same range, that's all. Rally up. Take out the stop. So it could go into here, possibly. And then come back down. If it does that. So I wait. I let the market tell me. So for those asking, oh, you got no conviction. Yes, of course I've got no conviction. I'm not here to put my emotions or my bias. I'm just going to do what the market tells me. I need to make money, not be a pussy. Some emotional idiot. From there, target 1. So same play as here. Okay, there's your trigger. Same again. Whether it takes this out or not, it doesn't matter. I'll wait for the deviation. Target, target, and target. Now, if it comes here and then gets back within the range, I'll cut the position. Does that make sense? Yeah, they do drain me, especially when I sleep. It's my own fault. That's why I'm taking it easy. I milk it now and then take it easy for the rest of the year. Trading does take it out of you. But it's my own fault as well. So, that's that there. Is everybody clear with that? The second scenario is, what if it does a shallow pullback? Okay? What if it does a trend continuation? Well, you want to know where I'm from. It doesn't matter where I'm from. Pivot. Okay, we got this here. We run short term within the range. Okay? So this is more or less about the midpoint. And then if we come back below and hold, what I'll be looking for is FUSD as well, which I'll post, which is sort of nearly at a trigger soon. I'll speak about that. If they both trigger, that will be, short term here, target 1, target 2, and then target 3. Okay? So that is trend continuation with a shallower pullback. Does that make sense? Okay, so It's not, it could do this, it could do this, it could do either. So whichever it does, I know the setup, and that's it. I really don't know. I mean, ideally, what we want to see, what I want to see was a quick flush, at least towards here, consolidate for CPI, and then if it was bullish, that could rally it up. So I still think it has the chance to go up to 25k. I mean, pretend this was a 5-minute chart. Okay, this is a retest. Even when I was shorting it here, I said this is just a range. I mean, even when I was longing, when I was long, okay, now so many bitches coming out saying, "Oh, you're longing, so crash this, that, the other." They miss this. They catch this move, right? After I catch most of it, and now I don't know. My play is done. I let the market tell me, and now everybody's getting bearish here or bullish here. I don't know, fucking hell. Sidelines is doing. I forget it. Anyways, let's carry on. So back to here. For possible longs, now I'm not too sure about possible longs here. Okay, the reason being is resistance here, and I think they're going to keep it in a range. So what I'll do is I'll mark up a possible swing scenario, and then after CPI, I think I'll do a snippet video or another video. But say post CPI, say we got the post CPI is done. Okay, then what I would do is look for something like this. So if I make it cleaner, I think XO covered a lot of this as well. I think half of Twitter draws the same charts as me these days. Okay, but someone was asking me a question. What if everybody draws the chart? It's not about the chart. It's about execution. Okay, I mean everybody knows TA. It's nothing new. It's execution and bias. So we all have the same levels. It's how we play it and what we think of the market. Anyways, say post CPI, we had this. I'm gonna draw my same ranges. So I'm drawing this on my range high. Say if it does this, okay. Now, after, I mean, I personally, if you're gonna take it before CPI, do small. I would do small because we could get whipsaws. The nature of those kind of news events is it could convince you, okay. So be quick or wait till afterwards. If say CPI was over with and we trading above here, then that would be my long. I play it towards here as target 1, target 2, and then the breakout play, okay. But like I say, be careful after that. And that would be a straightforward setup. The only thing ruining it or getting in the way would be a news event like that. If you do trade the news event, I personally would do it small because it doesn't matter. I know my ranges. I can always get back in. I don't mind missing out. And just to label it. So what I do is, one of the questions I had before was, what if it goes without me and this, that, the other? So what? I've always got this play here, which is higher probability. If you're leverage trading, it doesn't matter. You're speculating on price movements. If it breaks above here and holds, that's the breakout play I could play. Unless BTC does it in one candle, from there towards there. Does that make sense? Everybody clear? If you watch my videos, you know my trigger. Don't know how else. So that would be it. Okay. So if for whatever reason, if I miss this and it goes up, I've always got that, and this would be a higher probability play. Okay. So till then, it's our key support. The other scenario, I mean, if you want to wait for a conservative scenario, and the reason for that conservative scenario is because, see this area here, that is actually key support, a possible deviation area. Okay, so if you wanted to wait, I'd call this as deviation zone. If it consolidates here, at this point, you're wondering, does it reclaim long for a trigger, or does it break down for a trigger? Okay. So at this area, if you want to be cautious, so I have certain plans that are aggressive, and sometimes I get really aggressive because the context is clear. And other times I don't, and I wait for conservative. Just depends on how you're feeling. There's no black and white. It's, you know, each scenario to their own. All I can do is plan and what I'm trading and manage my risk, how much I'm willing to risk. However, if it does this, and at this point you're wondering, is this going to go up from here? What I tend to do is I let the market tell me. I know here, previously, it broke above. Once it deviated, it pushed lower. So I wait for the same thing again. Either use this as a compounding opportunity or to get back in. And that's my short towards here. I don't know what's going on with Shiba. You tell me. I'm here trading. I don't care. Listen, if you're here for signals, there's no point asking, or if you've got no clue. I'm just trading my market, man. First, you should learn to trade and then start. Nobody knows what's going on. All I can do is trade. Like I said, I shorted it yesterday twice, and I called it live. I won't be as active. I only was active because I missed a couple of streams, But I don't usually give signals. People just bitch and it just does me a headache. I know people copy. I don't like the stress of it. But if it's a high, sometimes I do if I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, otherwise I don't. So no, I don't do signals. Okay, so that's more or less it. So this would be the trade. If it broke below, if you want to wait, break below here would be the high probability, because previously that was a range high deviation. So if I want to wait, see, it doesn't matter. All I know is there's certain setups that are high probability for me, and conviction is high. And you may think I'm short in the bottom. No, there's a range here, and just because you don't understand what I do does not mean it's more of a reflection of you not understanding. Okay, I'm not shorting the bottom. I'm shorting a specific range that's higher probability than there. Okay, you don't have to understand it. If you don't, fuck off. Target. Okay, now the other range is, if it does nuke, I would be prepared. Okay, is below here. Now this could easily come towards here. The reason why I say that, okay, and before you start making up or convincing yourself, no, it can't, it's a joke, or whatever reason, that's probably cognitive dissonance. It's okay. And most people have it anyway. It's just emotion. This could still be the range. Okay? Be wary of that. Yes, Spain was nice, thank you. I really like it there. So, if that's the case, we already know this part's midpoint, right? So previously, it deviated, got back below. There's no reason why we can't stay range bound. During a big bear market, it could still be range bound, okay? So this is why I'm cautious now. I've hit my main area, and probability of my idea, I don't know. So if it breaks below and holds, then I'm going to be targeting here. So say, if I'm not confident for whatever reason, and say the two scenarios that can unfold is, if it's going to continue up, it could do this. So if it does this, there's my trigger, target. If it comes back below, and I say I shorted it here from the short scenario, okay, it could just come here. If it swing fails and gets back above, I'm going to cut it. Otherwise, I'll watch it and see if it nukes towards here. Ideally, what we want to see, for more bullishness, we want to see a nuke. Okay, the reason for a nuke is fast move into a key level is usually when it's going to reverse. But if it's a slow breakdown and bleed down, that's efficient selling. If it's efficient selling, that's bearish, that is, for me. Okay, does that make sense? Don't worry about the correlation. When I'm usually heading into a news event, markets do break it, okay? It doesn't mean one day, it means nothing. It's just stop runs, and it's just wait for data, and it's probably taking people out, okay? Normal conditions after the news is when everything goes back in. So, remember that. Does that make sense? So that comes in line with, so the range levels confluence this for entry triggers. However, this is why I don't know, this could deviate in bullish. So if this was a bearish market, it holds and goes down. If it's bullish, it could deviate, then reclaim. So I've got to be cautious of that. All I know is from there towards there. If it nukes one go, happy days. If it comes here, swing fails, I'm gonna exit, and then either it reclaims, I go for the long, or it breaks down. That's market telling me that it wants to go lower, and then I take the short trigger. There's too much lines going on. Yes, for those asking, where is your conviction? You don't know, you mark out scenarios. Well, yes, that's what I do. That's what traders do. Okay, from there towards there, and then we'll see if it's gonna go up or not. Okay, makes sense. And then so for the long scenario, so possible long scenario we could have is swing long is this. So if we get, and this was what I was waiting for previously, I didn't get. Okay, if this was a 5-minute chart, you'd say towards here at least. Don't lie. But because this chart is a daily chart and it takes time to unfold and you're sitting there watching it, all sorts of scenario, can you stop saying Dogecoin before I kick you out again, you fucking prick? You said it once. What's wrong with you, man? Do your parents not teach you manners? Get out of here, man. Some of you, man, like children, no manners at all. Fucking hell. Okay, so for a swing long, I would say I'm not saying swing, I'm saying range plays. The term swing convinces people bottom in. No. Even when I took the long here, I had targets, okay? Just because it was a big move, it's still within the range. So, if it drops, okay? I don't know how deep it's going to drop, okay? That's why I wait for the deviation. It could just hit here. If it reclaims, then that's a long for me. And this is where everyone say, oh, you're long in bear market. Okay, shut up. And from there towards there, well, maybe target 1, target 2. If it reclaims, then long towards there. And then we'll see if it breaks out, and I'll go for the breakout play. And the breakout, I mean, if it does nuke, then, well, we'll see what happens then. Okay, I'll post them tomorrow. So all I'm going to do is mark out the range place. Did that make sense? More or less sums up what I'm going to do. I don't know what the market's going to do. I don't pretend to know. But all I can do, or we can do, is plan. And when the same triggers come, we manage our risk. So that's it. Keep it simple. That means F is easier. So that F scenario, if you look at my Twitter, I posted this when it was here, and I said January high is capping it. That's resistance till proven otherwise. And it did fall. Okay? Now, it's come towards this. So the minimum is taking out the stops here. It could continue here. It doesn't have to come towards the mid-range. The reason for that is because it's taken out the liquid minimum stops, and it is around the key level. And it's coming towards a news event. So the news event could be the catalyst for it to go up or to go down. A swing move, sorry. So I'm going to be cautious here. But what I do know is, as long as we don't reclaim back above here, the next target can be here. So I'll keep it short term until the news event goes and tighten my stops. 1 second. And second. Pause it. I'll be right back 2 minutes. No, it's a delivery guy. Delivery guy came. I could hear him. Okay, let's carry on. So, yeah, that's that. So, going back. Opposite daisy. Fuck. Okay. The reason why I say is a key level. If you removed your emotions and just traded the chart, and yes, you can pay attention to fundamentals, but fundamentals, price has to line up with price. So it makes no sense. Keep, enforcing your FA view. The first time faking a shit while streaming. No, forcing your view just because and picking up one piece of fundamental saying, look, it's gonna go up, is nothing. Price has to line up. Okay, so while it's still range bound, it can be bearish, but only the technicals matter until it breaks out. Okay, we all know it's a bear market. Well done, you've heard of it, but it's been bear market for a while. So if it's your first time and you got long here because you've heard someone say it's a bull market or whatever, well, market's putting you in place. So usually, if it's going to go up, so this is the key level, first key level. So this is still the range. Okay, that's still the range. We can simplify it down and say, well, that's the key level for a retest, just like here. Retest or go up. There's no reason why we can't come towards here. Okay, so yes, the trapper did pull up. So what do we do? So all I'm doing here is identifying the context before we go to trigger. Okay, so just to know, we're still range bound. It could easily come towards here. So for example's sake, if say Bitcoin gives me the trigger, well, usually they line up at the same time. So what I'll be doing is, if I want confluence with Bitcoin, then if F comes towards here and then reclaims, that's the swing play I was looking for previously. That's my long. Target. And I've still got to keep in mind, as much as I would want it to go to all-time highs, it's still range bound. And then if it breaks out and holds, then we can talk about here and then there. But till then, it's still range bound. So, that's just the context set. Now let's go to the lower time frame and look for trigger plans. So if I bring this in, oh, fuck your mom. Where's it going? Yeah, okay, remember this chart here? So I did post it on the weekend, actually. So what I've done here is I've used July's range, okay? July's range seems to be capping the market, okay? And this is in previous review. It was around here previously. I said target area. So what we'll be doing, so the deeper pullback plan for a long, like I mentioned, would be, this is mid-range area. So see this here, deviation, long, up. Well, why not here? If it comes down, I'd like to see that deviation. This is just more refined. And then, if it reclaims, and then Bitcoin reclaims, target, target, target. Maybe extend it there, but I'm going to play this part, okay? However, if it's going to go lower, now maybe the news event makes it nuke in one candle. I can't do shit about that, so be it. Well, just like here, when it broke down, retest, short towards there, I watch this area. If it reclaims, that's my long. If it deviates and holds below, then that becomes a whole deviation, and I'm going to short it down towards there. Maybe target a one, the top of this consolidation, and then there, and then these lows here. Okay? So all I know is this is below here, and if it reclaims and holds, that's my long. Okay? So there's no bias. All I know is there's a range. These are my levels. If it does this, I go long. If it does that, I go short. And that's it. Fuck the head and shoulders. It means nothing. Okay? Follow what price is telling you. Yes, it looks nice, but it doesn't mean much. The other scenario is, I'll go to the other chart for shorts, okay? Have I got it? 1 second. What the fuck? Did I really lose my chart? Oh, yes, we'll use this. We'll come back to this in a second, okay? So this is one chart. So if both Ethereum and Bitcoin right now, this is support, okay? It's broken out of support. We still have a reason to. The next area should be here, okay? Key support, and then possibly towards here, okay? Now, if it's as long as it's below here, say as long as it's below there, that's a breakdown, okay? So what I'll be looking for is rally up, and then resistance, support becomes resistance, get back below, invalidation, and a break above here or reclaim above here, target, 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 okay? Trigger, and that's a breakdown below support becomes resistance, okay? Okay, how many times are you going to let's get rid of this guy. Does that make sense? Now, and then let's see what happens after that. But this is a bait area. And then the other scenario is, well, if it reclaims back within the range, you all know the longs. What I'll be looking for is this. So that's the range low. And then these stops here. So if it reclaims, so right now I'm still bearish, obviously. Target, target. So that's a deviation of the range. It's reclaimed and I go up. And that's it. That's all I do. Yes, it is that simple. Someone messaged. That's all I'm doing. I don't need to know massive targets. If it happens, it happens. In a trending market, we know. When market's trending, when the macro view says we bottomed, then then my system will tell me. But right now we are still range bound, so there's no point in forcing your just for attention that it's gonna go all the way down here. Yes, it may do, but at the same time you're missing out on moves. You're not really a trader. You're just cloud chaser. If you're an investor, you're not really gonna be on Twitter until the time comes. If you're posting massive targets while we're in the range and just building hype. I don't know what the fuck to say. This shiny shit. Okay? So that's more or less it. So what we're going to do now, we can look at it from a different point of view. 1 second. Yeah. So this is just another way. I don't know if I need to do this chart. But okay, let's just quickly go over it for a day trade. Possible day trade. I'll do ES tomorrow. I don't know what ES is going to do right now. So what we've got here is that mid-range, okay? This zone here. So what I'm going to do, let's keep it simple plan. We've got support become resistance. Ideally, if we can get a quick run up and then deviate back below. See, I don't know how high it's going to go. Sometimes I know. If it deviates back below, short, target, target, and then I'll see what happens. Now, reason why I'm being cautious, I'll be quick to take profits is because We're at key support levels now, inflection points, with what Bitcoin and this. So that's it. Right, that's more or less it from me. I'll see what happens tomorrow, and we'll take it from there. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.